Hi, good morning. Welcome to our daily discussion on structural and grammatical accuracy in English writing. In this seventh session, you are going to spot an error in a sentence where apparently there is no error at all. Let us go to the sentence straight away. The Human Resources Department has announced that a fresh recruitment campaign will commence from 15th March. It seems there is no error here, but there is one. To identify the error in the last section, that is section D, you should give some thought to the concept of time associated with the verb commence. Supposing you expressed the main idea in the sentence in different words like this. A fresh recruitment campaign will go on for 1 week from 15th March to 21st March. Then the sentence would be correct because a campaign can continue for a long time, for 3 days, for 1 week, for 10 days, like that. So it is correct to say so. But when you use the verb commence, you have to be specific about the date on which the event commences. You cannot commence an activity, an event, on several days from a particular date. In this context, for example, you cannot commence the campaign on several days starting from 15th March. You cannot commence on 15th March, 16th March, 17th March until the campaign is over. You cannot commence like that. So you have to be specific about the date on which the campaign commences. So to put the preposition correctly, use the preposition on 15th March. So commence on 15th March is the correct way of expressing it. So to read the sentence correctly, you have to read like this. The Human Resources Department has announced that a fresh recruitment campaign will commence on 15th March. Right? A similar error very often occurs in the use of the preposition from after the verb retire. An employee can retire from a service, from a job, from a position, but he cannot go on retiring on several days from a particular date. Suppose you say you are going to retire from 31st May 2020. You don't mean that you are going to retire on 31st May, then on 1st June, on 2nd June, 3rd June. You cannot go on retiring on several days, starting from 31st May. You have to retire, you can retire only on a specific date, that is on the day on which you put your last signature in the register. That is what retirement means. So you have to be specific about the date on which you retire. That way, this is the way in which you can express that idea of retirement. Look at the first sentence. All these teachers retired from service on 31st May 2020. Of course, 31st May 20 is going to come hereafter. So we can use the simple future. All these teachers will retire from service on 31st May 2020. Similarly, there is another verb with which this preposition is very often used. The verb is resign. I resigned from the post last April. Very often the question is asked whether it is correct to omit the preposition from after resign. The answer is the use of the preposition from is optional after resign. If the reference is to a post or a service or a job, okay, then it is correct. So you can say I resigned from the post last April, or you can say I resigned the post last April. Both are correct. But if the reference is to a collective body like a committee, a council, an assembly, like that, uh, then the use of the preposition from is a must. So you have to say, I resigned from the committee last week. I resigned from the council last month. I resigned from the assembly in 2017, like that. So please take care to use the correct preposition after verbs so that the meaning that you want to convey to the reader can be clear and it won't confuse the reader. Okay, this is how we have to improve our uh, usage of words, prepositions, grammatical structures, etc. Thank you. We will see the next sentence tomorrow. Bye.